Have you ever wondered how Mario Party items will function in Mario Kart? I've wondered that myself for the past 5 minutes and compiled a list of all the items from the first 10 Mario Party games for the sake of keeping things simple. In this video, I will explain to the best of my abilities how these items will work on the racetrack and how it will affect the outcome of the race, as well as affecting the user and the opponents. I try to stay as faithful to the source material as possible to avoid skewing things. Starting with Mario Party 2, Mario Party 1 doesn't have items, so we skip that. We have the Bowser Bomb. It is similar to a bomb, but can explode up to 3 times, instead causing waves of explosions on the track. Next up is the Coin Bag. It releases 5 coins for 5 mini boosts. Next is the Genie Lamp. It steals a star only from players who happen to have one in their inventory. Next is the Plunder Chest. It steals from any player of your choice, but you cannot steal the item of your choice. Can only steal 1 out of 2 slots in their inventory. Next is the Warp Block. It swaps positions with anyone at random. A big gamble considering you could be in last place and warp with the racer in last. Next is the Czar. It attracts items on the road so that you are more susceptible to getting damaged. As you can see, I left out items such as mushrooms, stars, bullet bills, and etc. because they are already in Mario Kart, so adding them in this list will be redundant. Moving on to 3, we have the Barter Box. It swaps all of your items in your inventory with another player's items at random. Next is the Boo Repellent. It chases away Boo, who is trying to steal your item. Next is the Bowser Phone. Either use it on yourself if you have 0 coins, so Bowser grants you 10 coins for free, or use it on another racer to have flames summoned to cause him to spin out. Next is the Cellular Shopper. Use the coins in your inventory to purchase any item of your choice. You can buy multiple if you have enough coins and space. Next is the Item Bag. Use all of your coins on hand to get 2 items at random. Next is the Lucky Lamp. Use this to force any random player who has a star in the inventory to be removed and given to another player in last place. Next is the Reverse Mushroom. Use this to reverse any racer's movement temporarily at random. Lastly is the Wacky Watch. Use this in the beginning of the match to cut the number of laps by 1, or towards the end of the race to increase the number of laps by 1 to extend the game. Mario Party 4 doesn't have too many items, as I was able to gather only 3 that would make the most sense to use during a race. The first one is the Mini Mushroom. Either use this on yourself or others to minimize your size, to avoid getting hit, but sacrifice your speed in the process. Next is the Mini Mega Hammer. Use this on yourself or others for a chance to minimize them, but can increase their size as well. Lastly is a Sparky Sticker. Place this down on the track to electrify the competition. Their current transformation will be cancelled as a result. Now we are moving on to the juiciest part. Mario Party 5 introduced capsules, which really shook things up on the board and will shake things up on the track. The first is the Goomba Orb. It summons a Goomba horde across the track to knock any players in the way. Next is the Hammer Bro Orb. It summons Hammer Bro who can toss up to 10 hammers like fireballs. Next is the Kamek Orb. It summons Kamek who shuffles everybody's items. Next is the Lakitu Orb. It summons Lakitu who can throw spiny eggs up to 5 times, which are stronger versions of green shells. Next is the Mr. Blizzard Orb. It summons Mr. Blizzard who throws ice balls at racers, who freezes temporarily. Next is the Snack Orb. It summons a bone in which allows Chain Chomp to skip you on the track to avoid getting hit. Next is the Twister Orb. It summons Twister who spins other racers high into the air, wasting their time. Lastly is the Okiki Orb. It summons Okiki to target random players to waste their items inside the inventory in case they were saving for later. Mario Party 6 has pretty much all of 5's items mentioned earlier, so I only have 2 to show for in this list. The first one is the Metal Mushroom. The Metal Mushroom Orb encases yourself in a metallic exterior and become invincible against offensive items. However, you can increase your speed, so it's basically a worse version of a Starman. Next is the Thwomp Orb. It summons a Thwomp to flatten a random racer, which halts them immediately for a few seconds. Last but not least is 7 with only 1 item. I decided not to use 8 and onwards because they were either mentioned earlier, irrelevant, or just dull. The last item is the Cannon Orb. It summons a cannon to launch yourself forward a bit, but it can backfire. As we all know, Mario Kart 9 is hopefully right around the corner, and I sincerely hope they will use more items from the Mario Party series, considering they were genuinely interesting, especially in Mario Party 3. Thank you for watching. If you have any item ideas from Mario Party that can impact the Mario Kart race significantly, please comment down below, and I would love to read them.